Okay, so let's take a look at how to use Notion AI. So this is a new feature which is currently released by Notion, and it is currently in a invite mode. So you will have to wait in line for this feature to be regular. So I recently got the invitee, and to test that I will show you. Let's create one page, and here you see you have option to use AI. So simply use space from this point onwards, and here ask your AI to perform certain tasks, right? So let's say we will start from this whole list. Say you want to write the recruiting mail, so write a recruiting email about developer role in SaaS company. Let's see, right? And we'll add a few lines. Okay, we will describe what the email is likely to be. So write a recruiting email about developer role in SaaS company with experience of 5 years for the role and knowledge of, say, SQL, NoSQL, and full stack skills, right? Remote work, international option, right? And pretty much this is what I want, right? So you can even explain it further. So international job role, right? So let's hit enter and see how it does. So it will take some time, and as you can see, developer opportunity. So it will tell you that dear candidate name, and I hope this email finds you well, and so forth, right? So it has written pretty decent email for the opportunity for this developer role, right? And one more thing is you can click done here or continue writing. So if this is a short content, then it's better to stop here and say done. Otherwise it will just repeat it if you try to make it longer or if you ask it to continue writing. So say done, and we have our content ready, right? So this is one of the feature which is pretty interesting, right? And if I select everything, let me remove this, right? Now we will go to AI again for another example. So here we have sales email. So write a sales email about quote on, let's say, cloud service account with support for Hadoop and Spark, right? Ask them to add some invoice and price list, right? And if we hit enter, it will try and find the content that suits this case. So here you can see code for cloud service account with Hadoop and Spark support, and here you see, here you'll have to just replace the customer name and company name, right? Rest of the content is created for you, right? So pretty much good sales call here, so you can say done and use this template to send to multiple users, right? So pretty much a good quality between the two emails, I must say. So if you want to get rid of it for another content, simply select and be done. Then this becomes your page header, so you have to manually remove it. Now here, let's start with another example where you can see one job description. Write a job description about a developer who has experience of say 10 years in front end and 5 years in back end with startup experience of 2 years, right? Skills include SQL, NoSQL, and let's say for front end React, right? And remote job preference and international remote job option, right? If we hit enter, let's see what it does for this particular job description. Here you can see full stack developer, and the job description is pointed out, so you can use this within your job ad. It's pretty much ready for you. A lot of things they have covered from their own side, so AI seems to know what exactly this type of role is, right? So pretty cool. We managed to create like 3 email like templates, right? And we can use space for AI, right? And next see more, can use, let's say, another feature which is pros and cons list. So write a pros and cons list about big data and why one should do career in big data. Let's hit enter and let's see what it does. So here you see pros and cons for big data career, right? So pretty cool. So for those who want to write the articles and have some snippet like preference, they can make use of this, right? So once we are done with some of these examples, I will also show you what else we can do with this, right? So we have done most of the emails. Let's try to-do list and poem. So write a to-do list about, let's say, creating a SaaS product, right? Pretty complicated, right? So let's give it an option. So if we let it, okay, so it will come up with some generic things like research, identify, create MVP, and so on. So it's not really perfect, but it gets the initial job done to write the content. So for those who want wordy stuff on their website, they can use this AI, right? So let's try one more thing, which is poem. So write a poem about on Saturn. I'm giving some tough tasks to this AI. So let's see what it does. Okay, and there you see, in the distant skies of night, a giant planet shines so bright. So it has done some decent work. Poem is something it has done well as well. So I'm not going to say that it's bad. Most of the result from Notion AI are pretty cool. I'm sure they have used ChatGPT and few other AI, but what I have seen so far looks good. I mean, these emails, descriptions, everything related to office so far is good. I can see essay and story as well. There is also social media post and blog post on brainstorming ideas. So out of this, I will try and create creative story. Write a creative story about a nun who turns out to be cold, psychotic killer and then becomes vengeful spirit and torments the people in the village. Let's give it a complex story and if we hit enter, let's see what it does. Oh my god, so yes, it is trying to create a story. So considering the narrative given, it was pretty decent. You may notice that AI tries to drag the wordy content in short. It doesn't try to increase the human emotions or perceptions and observation into AI, right? So that seems like a complicated thing for those writers who want help from AI, but AI is not capable to drag the story long. It is trying to stuff up for internet users, right? So see it done. Otherwise, if you keep on going on, this will just repeat in a loop. I don't think it will come up with too much original. It will just try and create stuff. Okay, notice that. Okay, now this is pretty scary stuff that they have written. Obviously, my prompt was scary too, but this is deep. Right, so all story and poem test is passed. I think another thing you can do with AI is that you will write something like, let's say, press release or maybe even social media post. Write a social media post about, let's see, right? So I have given it a social media post with a narrative. So let's see what it does. Right? So pretty cool. Okay, you can see it has pretty much worded thing exactly the way my prompt wanted it to say, and content look pretty cool as well. Now let's try and see other examples. Right, so if we come up with, let's say, start with AI, we have blog post, outline, press release, brainstorm ideas. So brainstorm ideas on making money online with, let's see, video content and consulting. Right, so it has come up with some ideas, right? All these ideas pretty decent. So now if we ask it to continue writing, let's see what it does. Notice that it has repeated a lot of things, right? So youtube was repeated twice and so on. You can also make longer, but it will just go in loop trying to drag it. So let's say done. So now this was just one para. Let's see what it does differently for another. So to mix things up, so here you can see improve writing, right? So if we select everything and let's see, if we give it a space and ask it to improve writing, so it will try and improve it and it will show you the difference, and it will tell you at the end AI responses can be inaccurate and misleading, so replace selection, so it will go there. So pretty cleaned up option. So let's try and again mix things. This time instead of improving the writing, so I can go on and give it something else, like let's say press release, or maybe one, let's say meeting agenda, right? So the goal is basically to have different tone, right? So let's give it something simple. So outline, right? An outline about, let's say, company to-do list for acquiring new sales leads. And there you see, pretty cool that it changed the tone from one consulting type to one again coming to the your typical to-do list type. So AI can quickly shift between the thinking parts, so it's not like human that place it within their UI, right? So pretty cool features. So to take a look at Notion AI.